Этих камней дают, неплохо.
So, Sucrose, the package you mentioned that you received before, you need to be careful when you're opening packages. I once had a friend mail me some research materials, and all the bouncing around. Once I opened it, oh, it let out a stench that could wake the dead. If your package contains anything like that, then maybe you should check with Albedo first to see.
No, this package didn't contain any hazardous materials.
Timaeus! Sucrose! What are you two chatting about?
Oh, hey, you two. We're just talking about a strange package that
A strange package?
Yes. I believe it's from a Sumeru scholar who came here to study in Mondstadt. It's most likely a thank you gift.
Huh? A package from an academia scholar? Oh, then there could be anything inside.
There wasn't anything dangerous inside. Just a bunch of strange cards. I think I've seen Timaeus with some similar-looking cards before, so I came to ask him about what they might be.
You've seen me with some cards? Maybe those were the testing cards used for...
No, they didn't look like test cards. Here, have a look.
Oh, you meant these? Huh.
No, never. Recently, I've been spending all my time up in the mountains working on cultivating pentatonic sweet flowers. Why? Is this an area of research that has started trending in the alchemical community during...
You could definitely say that it's trending, but not as an area of research. It's a card game that's been getting really popular. It's called Genius Invocation...
Genius Invocation TCG! Yeah, we've been hearing about this game all over the place, but we didn't know it had made it all the way to Mondstadt. Must be pretty popular, huh?
That's right. The game's been catching on lately. The Yae publishing house in Inazuma has even published a series of light novels based on the game. The story it starts with a young guy in Sumeru who finds an ancient casket of tomes in the attic. He opens it and discovers that the soul of an ancient TCG player called... It turns out that the Crocodile King was King Deshret's viceroy, who battled an opponent named the Ibis King. During the match, the Crocodile King fell after being unexpectedly released by the kid. The Crocodile King possesses him and helps him to gradually climb the ranks and become a...
Timaeus.
Huh? What's wrong, Sucrose? If you're interested in how the story plays out, I can lend you the novels.
No. I was just thinking about that time you requested an extension on your progress report deadline, citing
I did go through a phase recently where I wasn't putting enough focus on my work, but it's under control now.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh? What?
Well, since it's a gift from a researcher I've collaborated with, I thought that I should at least try to learn the rules. That way, I could say that I at least tried to...
Oh, right! And since it's a game from Sumeru, who knows? Playing it might Okay, fine, Paimon. Although, it seems like we can't learn how to play it anytime soon.
Well, research is my priority, you know. But if you'd like to learn the rules of Genius Invocation TCG, then I'd actually suggest you go to the Cat's Tail. Yep, that's the place. It's where everyone in the community goes to play when they have time. They gather there, trade cards. Trying to learn the rules can be intimidating at first, but...
Understood. Traveler, Paimon, to be honest, hearing Timaeus talking...
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get going!
городишко небольшое, там уже 2 таверны.
Welcome to the Cat's Tail. Ah, oh, and Sucrose the Alchemist. I'm afraid I've already told you before. Fur from the Cat's Tail staff is not for sale, no matter how much Mora you offer.
Don't worry, Margaret. We're not here for that research project I told you about last time.
Sucrose, what kind of
Oh, I just wanted to test out some hypotheses, and I needed some materials. Actually, Margaret, we're here to learn more about Genius Invocation.
Ah, Genius Invocation TCG. You see, more and more people have been gathering at the Cat's Tail to play, so I thought, why not have a dedicated staff to serve the new customers?
Allow me to interpret. Prince says that the word customer is much too loose of a term, and we should instead refer to anyone who loves dueling with cards.
My mistake. So it seems I haven't introduced you yet. This is Prince, and
I'm afraid I must correct you there, ma'am. Only Prince, the strongest and most formidable TCG player, the average player is incapable of grasping the subtlety and sheer genius behind Prince's every play.
Wow! Another guy.
How can you use such a crude word as animal to describe the one and only Prince? He is special and the only one of... Oh? What's that? Shu Yen. In the eyes of the common folk, I look no different than any other ordinary cat. It's a...
It seems he really is capable of communicating with the cat. Could this...
Seriously, how can he get all of that from a simple meow?
Yes, it was the sacred duels of Genius Invocation, TCG, that formed and cemented our bonds of mutual understanding.
So, playing Genius Invocation TCG...
Somehow
anyway, if you'd like to know anything about Genius Invocation, though I'd love to explain more myself, it's time for my daily walk. I'll let Prince play a game with you and walk you...
Just as a seasoned warrior can foresee the path of his opponent's sword, so too can I, as a TCG master, predict my opponent's every play. It would be... That's what
Oh, Prince doesn't want to play with us, huh? Fine, then Prince doesn't have to. We'll play you!
I'm sorry, but from the day I met the mighty card master Prince, I swore an oath that my hands would live solely to hold the cards and not to play them.
If Prince is unwilling to play, then I guess we should look for an alternative.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. What is it? I'm pretty busy over here, you know. Huh. Why is it that every player that sets foot in here to play Genius Invocation TCG has to have a drink? Ugh! Don't they have any clue that they... Seriously, games and drinks don't mix! Don't they get that?
What can I say? As the tavern owner, I can't help but feel happy to hear this. Anyway, I see you've been working hard, so I thought you could use a break. So why not...
Ha! Yeah, oh. Why are we letting all these loafers come in here to play Genius Invocation TCG anyway? All it does, you know, if drink sales keep going up like this, pretty soon Mondstadt's alcohol industry is gonna reach new heights.
Алкоголь.
Looks like my first step in destroying Mondstadt's alcohol industry should be stamping out the spread of Genius Invocation TCG.
Переводит как.
My dear, you are quite mistaken. You said it yourself, a clear mind is necessary to win. Soon, their thirst for victory... Prince speaks the truth, Diona. Not only is the spread of Genius Invocation TCG...
Could it really?
Sure, why not? Alrighty then. Our 2 customers are waiting to learn. Shuyan?
But Shu Yen is destined for a far greater purpose.
Shuyan!
Okay.
Ooh, all right. You'll...
Deck?
Yes. You should have built a deck. You know, a set of... what's with the blank stares? Come on. Don't tell me you came to learn Genius Invocation TCG without...
That's right. We have some cards that I received from a friend.
Yeah. You're gonna need a few more cards than that. Okay, let me think. To learn the game, you'll need at least 2 character cards to switch between. Oh, that reminds me. A few days ago, when I was closing up for the night, I noticed a customer had left a couple of character cards on the bar counter.
Are you sure that...
It's already been a few days, and he still hasn't come back to claim them. Who knows? Maybe he left them here at... Oh, okay, yeah, I got them here with me. You know, just in case the customer came looking for...
All right, so now we have 2 character cards. That's everything we need, right?
Yup. So, are you ready to start? All right, then let's begin. Welcome to the world of Genius Invo... Simply put, this is a game where you control character cards once you've defeated all of your opponent's character cards. Now then, you're gonna need a character on the field to...
Let's go.
First, we roll 8 elemental dice at the start of every... These dice correspond to elemental energy. We'll be spending these dice to... Once the roll phase is over, you'll enter the action phase, where the real game starts. During the action phase, you can spend elemental dice to perform various actions. Of course, the most common action is to use character skills.
Конечно.
Not bad. You just made your first attack. During the action phase, both sides will take turns making their moves. After you use a skill to attack your opponent. And as you can see, once the enemy finishes their move, it's our turn again. Now, these are Omni Elf. So, we're gonna use them to pay for the... That was pretty good. That's one opponent down for the count. Bam! But the game has only just begun. As much as we'd like to attack again, seems like we've run out of usable dice. In that case, after you end round, you won't be able to do anything else this round. And once everyone chooses end round, we can move on to the next round.
Конец раунда. Какие-то глупые правила игры.
All right, here we are, a fresh new round. Woohoo! And a fresh new round means time to roll the dice again. Ooh, that's some terrible luck. Well, there's no way we'll be able to use D-Luke's skill now. But don't worry, situations like these are why we have the option to. Once per round, you can select all the dice that you don't like and... When the action phase begins, the player who first chose end round in the this means that since you finished first the last round, you'll be the first to start this round. Alrighty then, let's learn a little bit about each time you use a skill. Your character will... Once D-Loop's energy is full, he can use a powerful elemental burst. But never mind, let's start with the... D-Loop's normal attack only needs 1 pyro die and 2 other dice of any type. In any case, your normal attack needs fewer... Now it's time to use.
Verdict is...
В чем, собственно, суть? Пипец.
In an actual game of Genius Invocation TCG, you need to use multiple characters. Next up, it's time for your second character card. Oh, it seems like any move by Kai is...
Повторный бросок.
When you deal cryo damage, you'll cause your target to be affected by cryo.
Freeze!
Good! Now our opponent is affected by cryo. This is a good time to learn about elemental reactions. Different types of elemental damage affect enemies with different elements. When a character is affected by an elemental reaction, will be at the moment, your opponent is affected by cryo, so we should try and use a Oh, that reminds me! Both sides must have 1 active character, while others are considered... Normally, we can only use the active character. Now, if we want to use the skills of our standby character, in this case, we'll have to switch to... You can spend 1 elemental die of any kind to switch a standby character to the active character.
Let's go.
Switching characters is an action, just like using a skill. So when... Most skills can only target... Alright then, now that... Because the opponent is already affected by cryo, dealing pyro damage when triggered, melt increases damage dealt by 2. This will allow you to deal loads of damage in one go! Alright! Next up, let's learn how to use... These cards are all known as... Each time a match starts, you have to draw 5 action cards to form your starting hand. Uh-oh. Looks like we don't have any elemental dice we can spend to make... Seriously? We still don't have any usable dice even after that reroll? Well, never mind. Even in cases like this, we can still attack. We just need to put the action cards in our hand. Don't underestimate action cards. They can grant all kinds of support and buffs. playing this action card, some other cards will cost you these instead. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, though. For now... So, playing an action card from your hand is a form of fast action. Fast action, simply put. You can continue to act even after playing an action card. Well then, but wait. Diluc's elemental skill costs 3 pyro... Well, not a problem. This is where we can use a more advanced mechanic known as... By discarding 1 card from your hand, you can convert 1 elemental die into the element of your current active character. And this card isn't useful. Sometimes you won't be able to perform any actions you want to because you didn't roll the elemental dice you wanted. Oh well. Moving on. Ingenious invocation, TCG. Keeping up a constant flow. In this case, well, let's just take all these useless cards and use them just like playing cards. Come on, hurry up! Well, would you look at that? Finally, we know. Because you have the white iron greatsword equipped. Now comes the final part! Hoo-yeah! In a real match, you can make adjustments to your initial... At this time, we can select any number of cards in our hand to shuffle back into the draw pile, and then draw the same number of new cards. Once you have confirmed any adjustments you wish to make to your starting hand, both players have to select their starting active character at the same time. Oh boy, this one's a real dude. Let's see how you do this time. Remember,
Let's finish this, swiftly.
hey, look at you! You sure are getting the hang of these rolls. Now, you can preview your opponent's actions. I mean, that is to say, you can...
Ничего я не могу. Ясно.
Check it out! So here's where you can see all your opponent's intentions for this round. All your opponent's intended actions for the round will be listed here. Reference this to come up with effective countermeasures. And, well then, that's the end of the tutorial. Wait. There's one more thing I almost forgot. Every time you hit an end phase, you get to draw 2 cards from your action cards pot. Remember, you have to make use of both your elemental dice and...
Давайте разыграем это. Ну и... что? Ножка. Я понял.
All right, cool. What we just played was an adventure challenge designed specially for Genius Invocation TCG. Can be played in duel mode, where each player brings 3 character cards, or an adventure challenge. But the rules are all the same. As long as you understand the basics, then you should be...
Although I feel there are still many details to grasp, I think
That was quite the detailed explanation. I didn't know the Cat's Tail's famous mixology.
What? Oh, when did you get here?
I stepped in while you were in the middle of your explanation. I hope I didn't dampen the mood.
You snuck in without making a sound. Anyway, what are you doing here?
The Cat's Tail is a player in Mondstadt's alcohol industry. I'm here today to discuss a few items of business with Margaret.
Too bad she just left. But if you head off right now, you might still catch up with her.
Never mind, it's nothing urgent. In fact, I think I'm now more interested in this card that you're using to teach...
Wait! This card? It's D-Luke's character card!
Although I have some degree of experience with Genius Invocation TC.
A customer left it behind a few days ago, but he wasn't even playing the game while he was here.
Oh? And what sort of a customer was he?
He wasn't wearing an eye patch, okay? He had a light complexion and a super serious look on his face. He wasn't much of a talker.
Eye patch, you say?
I was trying to give the opposite description, but I just ended up giving...
Don't worry. Somehow, I don't think he'll be giving you any trouble over it.
So, what about the D-Luke character card?
I don't mind. It's just a card with my image on.
I didn't expect D-Luke to be familiar with Genius Invocation TCG.
The game has been catching on lately. It's hard to go anywhere without hearing it mentioned. I was hoping we could play a game, but this issue of someone leaving a character card with my image of the cat's tail is... It's getting late, and someone has some explaining to do. Good. Then I'll take my leave.
You know where the door is. Don't let... Uh-oh. Guard Captain.
I hope Kaya will be alright. Well, now that we are familiar with the rules, why...
Ooh, 2 new players having their first ever... But, in order to play an official duel, remember, a complete deck has to have 3 character cards and 30 action cards.
Then, let's use my cards. These were mixed in with all the others I had received. And now, it looks like we each have the Kaya, Diluc, and Sucrose. Alright, let's do...
Unlike the adventure challenge you tried previously, in a duel, your opponent can also use action cards, and at the same time, your opponent must also...
Let's go.
-3.
This will be interesting. Freeze!
Dodge this!
I want to help. Stand clear!
Where did I go wrong?
Darn. I didn't factor that into the equation.
This will be interesting. Cool it! This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it!
This doesn't look good.
Let's finish this, swiftly.
Okay. One character card defeated.
Мне только текста на Ж остается, так что мне они на... Да, конечно. Говно.
I want to help. Need to make adjustment. Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Cool it!
Absorption test.
This doesn't look good.
I can't believe I lost when we had the exact same character cards. The rules must be more complicated than I first thought. Every decision is a difficult trade-off in this game. If there was only a way...
That's not how the rules work, Sucrose.
Don't be a sore loser. That kind of thing is looked down on in TC.
Oh, I am sorry. I was beaten fair and... but it was a fun match.
Paimon didn't know you could get so competitive, Sucrose.
I always get a little upset when I lose. It's like that with my research, too. It always gets to me when my experiments don't go as planned.
You lost me at alchemy and experiments. But I'm pretty sure playing cards is no different. Each game you lose makes you want to win the next one to... seizing victory through a winning combination of luck, skill, and experience.
But what if you keep trying and never...
A losing streak, yeah. That'll definitely get you down. But it's way better to keep trying. Besides, Sucrose, you're already making great progress. It'd take at least 8 of our regular booze hounds to match your level. You played well this last match.
Thank you. I'm just a little disappointed to lose, that's all. But
Good! Having fun is the main thing. If you ever want to play again in the future, feel free to come by the cat stand.
I'll definitely be back.
All right. I think you should have all the basics down by now. I need to get back to bartending. Shiyun's likely... Burning Mondstadt's wine industry to the ground keeps me pretty busy, you know. So if you need any more help, go bother Shiyun.
I see. So you have now grasped the rules of G...
That's right. The Paimon picked it up.
Becoming a TCG player is not as simple as that. You can... sobering words from Prince there. But I'm afraid he's right. To become official players it's just a tabletop card game. I'm not sure how you... Basically, to become an official and recognized TCG player, you have to best...
So,
The duel you just played can count towards this tally. I agree. Although I didn't get to observe the match myself, I did listen along.
Same way you can hear what Prince says.
A well-trained ear is a basic skill expected of anyone hoping to become a TCG master. Sucrose, you may have lost the last duel, but don't be disheartened. I can assure you that But first things first, Shuyen. Before that, our TC... Ah, yes, my goodness. Completely slipped my mind. I'm lucky to have Prince here to remind me. Everyone who
oh, Timaeus mentioned it, didn't he? It was from the light novels he's been reading. The thing that the main character found in his...
Oh, that's right! The soul of an ancient TCG player was trapped inside, right? So the Casket of Tomes is actually real?
Well, actually, all card case is ingenious invocation TC...
Oh! Paimon can guess what you're gonna say next! The reason they can sense each other is because they have the souls of ancient...
That would mean an extraordinarily high number of people in history have been turned into disembodied souls as a
Darn! What a letdown. Alright, now let's see this Casket of Tomes...
All caskets of tomes are issued by Margaret, probably for the best. If Prince and I were responsible for handing them out, knowing how eager we both are to promote the game, we'd probably have dished them all out by now. Okay, so go and see Margaret to claim your casket of tomes, use it to find another player, beat them in...
But even for the Traveler, that's only 2 wins in total.
I shall choose the final contestant he must beat in order to become an official TCG. Excellent plan, Prince. Happy dueling, both of you.
Hello, you three. Has little Di... Ah, I see you're here for your casket of tomes, aren't you? A very useful tool.
So this is a casket of tomes.
That's right. A purpose-built case for your card deck that can even detect when someone else nearby is carrying one. Gosh, whoever invented this?
Yeah, well, even the most fun game is pretty lonely.
True. So I'm glad that these customers, TCG players, are. You're not wrong. But that's secondary. The important thing to me is the opportunity.
All right. In that case, I'll go find some people to play against too. Thanks. I'll do my best.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
There's a player nearby! That way! Let's go see!
I'm sorry. Is there anything I...
We want to become...
Oh, I see you're serious about this. So be it. Then let the...
Let's finish this, swiftly.
Ready when you are. Freeze!
I can do it. Animal test 6308.
Gosh, I lost. You're remarkably good at this, considering how new to the game you are. Let's play again when you have some time. But ideally, not when I'm on duty.
We did it! Now we have 2 victories under our belt. Let's get back to the cat's tail. Paimon wonders who Prince is gonna pick as our final contestant.
I sensed that he had what it took to become... Defeat the opponent I have arranged for you, and not just Prince. I can't wait either. Come.
He won't lose to them, whoever it is. Right, Traveler?
What ho, fellow voyager of the stellar void. Yes, even I was... Step forth, oh brave challenger. Your princessin...
Pardon my directness, but we have not been waiting that long.
Huh? Hello?
Your opponent sounds anxious to begin. That's what Prince said. Please enter and enjoy your...
Paimon knew it! It's Fischl and Oz!
Who else but the princessin? For, as the name of this hallowed rite suggests, only when... This path is a treacherous one. It must be tread with great caution. That is why none is more suited to appear in this audience chamber than the princessin.
Oh!
Indeed. Mein Fräulein has watched many games of Genius Invocation
Oh, that's true. Ah, this makes sense now.
The princessin needed but a single glance at these mere machinations of mankind to discern their working principles. Thus, with speed and brilliance paralleled by lightning alone, do I...
Mein Fräulein, too, has bested 2 opponents thus far, and is therefore 1 step away from...
So there's a lot on the line, huh? Either...
Indeed.
The princessin herself heeds the call of fate.
Mein Fräulein, I implore you to consider less odious turns...
What say you, Outlander? Do you wish to make an enemy of me, the princessin of Ertelung, who even... Then I say it is time.
Let's go.
Oz, reveal thyself!
This will be interesting. Freeze! Cool it! Freeze! Let's go. Don't push your luck. Dodge this! This will be interesting. Oh, so sorry.
This is but a small sacrifice necessary to achieve ultimate victory. by royal decree.
Stand clear. One shot.
What happened? Oz, with lightning twixt upper and lower mandible, strike thy pointy beak into this obstacle and remove it from my path!
Mein Fräulein, I cannot simply attack the traveler.
Stand clear.
Ow!
Enhanced animal module 75.
Let's finish this, swiftly.
Уволена.
This is just my...
Уволена.
Impossible! Ugh, the cursed dragon looms near once more, casting its dark shadow on the silent traveler. Was even this part of your plan?
What a truly ingenious plot. And what an exciting...
Congratulations! You've won 3 duels now. That makes you an official TCG player.
Yeah! Oh, so...
Yep. I've won 2 games so far. When I got back, I heard you...
Nice! Sucrose won too as well! Great!
It seems I am forced to admit, to commemorate your glorious ascent to a battlefield beyond this lowly mortal realm, I grant thee an incarnation.
Mein Fräulein wishes to give you a Mein Fräulein character.
Wow! It's Fischl's character!
'Tis a mere token of such. To the victor of this splendid duel is a...
Oh, excuse me, ma'am. I am also a beginner.
Nothing would delight me more. I hereby grant...
One other thing. When I got back, Prince and Shuyan said there was something they need.
Probably not. Oh, Paimon bets it's... Let's go get our prize!
With 3 electro dice, I summon my...
Ah, so it was you who won the duel in the end. I knew you'd do it. Very well done. Now, the first thing all new official TC... This handbook tells you exactly what you need to do to become a top-tier TCG player. Secondly, a range of Genius Invocation merchandise is now available for you to purchase here at the Cat's Tail. So you see... And thirdly, whenever you wish to play a game with a friend, you can use the invitation board. Yes, it's right by the bar counter. Once you get the hang of it, you can play with your friends whenever you want. That's it, really. If there's anything else you didn't quite understand, you can... Yes, indeed, I'm quite sure they will. Oh, hope you have fun playing Genius Invocation TCG.
Huh? There's a strange new customer in the tavern. Look! Look! It's a huge finch!
Excuse me, I am not a finch. Oh dear, it seems... No, I can't quite remember my name.
Well, hey, Tubby. Don't think we've seen you around Mondstadt before.
That's because it's highly unusual for me to be in Mondstadt at all. I actually came here...
So, how come you came all this way just to visit the Cat's Tail?
As curious as I am to know how the drinks here differ from those in Liyue.
What reason is that?
And if I am guessing correctly, and you are indeed the traveler, then as it happens, well, as I'm sure you've discovered, with the rising popularity, there's just one little problem. Many invitees currently have to travel an enormous distance to get here, turning the whole thing into quite an ordeal. I have therefore been sent here to create a little game room. That way, anyone with an invitation will need only to think the thought, and they will instantly appear in the game. You will be free to use the room whenever you wish to invite.
Wow! This will make things much easier. But what if Margaret finds out? She's not gonna get mad at you for renovating her tavern with your Adeptus Arts, is she?
That shouldn't be a problem, since the realm will not be physically located within the Cat's Tail. Besides, we obviously sought the owner's permission. She was quite enthusiastic. Oh, Liyue's Adepti Arts sound pretty useful. Could you double the size of the tavern while you're at it? Unfortunately, my...
Huh. Yeah, that does sound like some...
Anyway, it's great that you're here. I was racking my brains trying to think how to get in touch with you. Right then, let's get... Okay,
Wow! Just like that?
Mm-hmm. You know, I have a feeling that we will meet again someday. Who knows when, but we will find out. Over to you. Now you can invite friends to duel with you in this room wherever in the world they are. Oh, and I almost forgot. A guy from the tavern hope you will have fun playing Genius
Надеюсь, я больше не буду заходить в эту игру, блин. Симулятор, что-то
Everything's ready. Everything's ready. Let's go.
Fatui?
This atmosphere is highly abnormal.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that more—
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gate.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may—
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city, he must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
The key here is consumer psychology.
Someone needs assistance. A little dusty. Best give it a spring cleaning.
Wonderful. Someone needs assistance.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And this is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora! It's like a dream come true! Oh, right! It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. But quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right!
Кто такая? Жаль, только они рассыпаются монеты.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find... Don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out...
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, either way, we now come to my favorite, the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble.
You could When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left this. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want... When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequence. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Besides, you could never defeat me. Not even in your wildest dreams. Fighting talk, I love it! This chance is hard to come by. So show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Cowering already?
No one escapes my sight.
How
I'll catch up.
unbecoming.
Steady as stone.
Speed of light. Hey!
Run all you like. Celestial Voyager!
Someone needs assistance. I must
So
leave no
quick to
stone
flee.
unturned.
Incoming. Cut to the chase. Don't blink.
Passable left.
Incoming. Hey!
Cowering already?
Speed of light.
Poor timing. You've made
Got
some
lucky that time.
progress. Not bad. You've got a trick or two. Good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Incoming. Hey!
The price of a single slip.
Don't blink.
No use hiding back there. This! With the wind!
Incoming. With sword comes shadow. Don't blink.
Has your luck run out? All you do is run.
Leave it all to me.
Something else catch your eye?
Someone needs assistance.
Break! No use hiding back there.
Steady as stone.
Incoming. Hey!
Вау.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing this to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
to cost you! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it!
Cut to the chase! Don't blink! Got lucky that time.
I must leave no stone unturned. Someone needs to sit steady as stone.
Speed of light! Hey! Good! Incoming!
Die here.
Good! Don't blink! With sword comes shadow. Speed of light!
I must leave no stone unturned. Leave it all to me. I missed a spot. As a good knight should. Steady as stone.
You're cut above.
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through.
Хера языком молол. Щенок ёбаный.
And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of... As such, We must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the GR Archon in the Archon War. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our with the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsuri. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is but knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo Archon to show its hand, but you as well. That makes matters a little more... Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? Exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is...
What? But all of you were supposed to be the Guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with... For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Yep.
The 3 Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Don't blink! Hey!
I miscalculated.
Speed of light!
Finally, so quiet.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How dare him. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
As a dutiful maid woman.
Is the time for break-in? Almost. Let's end this quickly.
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is mental energy! The light from your body. It's like the time in Julian Cars! Wow! It's Madame Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
I must leave no stone unturned.
Roger descent.
Don't blink!
Disgusting. Can't run. Looks like I went too far. My duty at an end.
Speed of light! Hey! With the blood of the Chilians, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
You are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
With sword comes shadow.
My duty.
Hey! Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Don't blink! Cut to the chase! With sword comes shadow.
This is it.
Don't blink! Nowhere to hide. Speed of light. Don't blink! With sword, the Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace!
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Жестко, жестко.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your—
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat, but that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our force, although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this time.
Huh? Why does everyone look so
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons. Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond. Fair enough. Away we...
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one... But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best...
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own, so Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Да, жестко, конечно, было. Ладно, на этом все. Спасибо, что посмотрели. Всем удачи и пока.